Hey everybody, welcome back to Moworks. Today we're going to be covering a topic that is near and dear to my heart. Today we'll be doing a fairly concise review of the Heritage Rough Rider chambered in .22 long rifle. Heritage Rough Rider is, of course, as most of you know, a single action .22 revolver. You can see that it has a single action hammer. You cannot just pull the trigger. You have to pull that hammer back every time you want to shoot. It has the side loading gate. It holds 6 shots. And hopefully, if we can get it in focus, you can see it designates it right there for .22 long rifle. Now, because it is for .22 long rifle, that means that you can shoot .22 long and .22 short from this cylinder, and Heritage also sells a separate cylinder that you can shoot .22 Magnum from. .22 Magnum is just slightly different than .22 short, .22 long, and .22 long rifle, so it does need a separate cylinder, but it can use the same barrel, which I find really cool. Now I will mention, when I have shot .22 Magnum through this revolver, these screws on the bottom, as well as a couple other screws, started to back out. So I don't know if this frame is necessarily entirely ready to handle .22 Magnum as is, but if you took out those screws and maybe added a little bit of Loctite, I think they would be strong enough to handle the recoil of those .22 Magnums. However, just with the .22 shorts, actually I haven't shot .22 long through it, never saw a reason to, but .22 long rifle, I haven't had any problem with the pins or the screws backing out. Now, the way you load this guy is you drop that loading gate, and hopefully this is in frame. You drop that loading gate, pull back the hammer to the second click. This is first click. This is second click. And that frees up the cylinder. You insert your rounds one by one into the cylinder. You close that loading gate, and to fire, you pull the hammer back all the way to the fourth click. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to lower that hammer, you do have to put your finger on the trigger, so you hold it with your thumb, finger on the trigger, and lower that hammer. Now, one of the unique features of the Heritage Rough Rider is this safety mechanism right here. So I'll pull this down so I can show you. Hopefully you can see that. When you pull this down, you get a little red dot indicator, meaning that it's ready to fire, and this bar just below the firing pin goes down. You put it on safe, that bar goes up, and it prevents the hammer from connecting with that firing pin. However, you'll see safety goes down, put the hammer down, and you can actually see it. Hopefully it's touching that firing pin and pushing it forward. To disassemble the Rough Rider, you push down right here. Push down on that and you pull this pin out. Then you put it on second cock. You drop the reloading gate. You drop the loading gate, and this cylinder will roll out. Unfortunately, I cannot show that to you guys because of YouTube's terms of service, but I can show you what it looks like when the cylinder is already out. Alright, as you guys can see, the cylinder does come completely out of the gun. This is mostly for cleaning purposes, which this gun could use a good cleaning. You can see right through it. For those of you that are interested, this pin came out from this hole, and this is what goes through the very center hole of the cylinder to hold it in place. And it goes through just like that. Now I'll put it back together. Putting it back together is as easy as putting the cylinder back in, pushing on these detent again. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it because it makes the pin go in easier. Push the pin all the way through the center. It catches at that wasp waist portion, that hourglass portion catches, and then it holds. And now, on second cock, it freely spins, and it's ready to go. Alright, so we're out with our gun and our ammo. I'm gonna load this bad boy up. Just with some really ancient ammo back from like the dark days of 2020 that I just never got around to shooting. And it's like, alright, this stuff has to go. And what better device to put it through than what it was originally bought for? My old Heritage Rough Rider. Now these are real these are real Cocobolo grips, by the way. Real hardwood. Alloy frame, steel barrel, steel cylinder. That's one interesting thing. So you can see that the finish is rubbing off on the alloy, but staying quite well on the steel. Alright, like I said, enough talking. Let's shoot this bad boy. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's load up some more. If you ever read Stephen King's The Gunslinger, he talks about the gunslinger having two revolvers that I believe he describes as double action, but with side loading gates, and that he can reload both of them simultaneously while sprinting. I always found that pretty amazing, but of course everything about the Gunslinger in the Gunslinger series is pretty amazing. So, see if we can get a couple more hits. Really not bad. I really do like this little gun. It is so great. Yeah, I know I kind of put this guy away in the safe for a while, and just in shooting it again, it reminds me just how nice it is to slow down, not shoot through a bunch of semi-auto. Just really focus on putting each bullet into each chamber, making every shot count, because you only get so many of them, right? And with the sights being off and trying to judge where they need to be in order to get a hit, it's just a nice little practice and focus. And even if you don't hit it, there's really no consequence because the ammo is so cheap, the recoil is so light. Just a really pleasant experience. Alright, let's shoot one more just for fun. This thing is super nifty. You can put a lot of tension on that if a round gets stuck. Makes it good for shooting old ammo. This gun has always been very accurate. The sights, however, are not accurate at all, as I've discussed. So I may try to use my 3D printer and print a Picatinny rail mount somewhere on this gun so we can add a red dot sight to it. That's something I've been interested in doing for a long time, and if that's something you guys want to see, let me know and I'll get back on that project. Of course, if I did make the Picatinny rail sight for this, I would make the file available to all you guys. I don't know if I could put in the link through YouTube, but I would put it up somewhere and let you guys know about it. All right. Fun times. Thank you everyone for joining me for Moworks today. I hope you enjoyed this review and showcase of the Heritage Rough Rider, in 22 at least. If you guys would like to see me do a review in it with Winchester Magnum Rimfire, the 22 Magnum, let me know. Any other suggestions, anything else you would like to see on the channel, anything I've mentioned in the past you want me to elaborate on, anything in this video that you want me to elaborate on, just let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to make videos for you guys. Like I've said in the past, I would love to review any gun you guys want. However, I don't have the funds for that right now. But put out that suggestion, because, 2 years down the road, I keep these comments in mind. I'll probably have to find some system for saving them, and so I can, expand on those ideas later, because all the input you guys give me is stuff that I hope to return back to you guys one day. So again, like the video if you liked it. Please comment your ideas, anything you want me to expand upon. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope the footage turns out okay. Sometimes it doesn't, just the nature of the beast. I will say some of the neighboring towns around my hometown have been flooding, and being up here in the woods and hills, it may start snowing soon. And with that snow, I might not be able to get out here as often. I still plan to upload on a regular basis, even if it's just using 22 quiets in my own backyard. I live in the county, it's okay. But I'll keep on making stuff for you guys. We'll figure something out. If my little car can't make it out here, we'll figure something out. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you very soon.